Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Clay Loves Logic. On this channel, I solve logic-based Sudoku puzzles I find interesting. It's a Saturday morning. It's a long weekend. I was at a concert last night. I'm going to a concert tonight. There's lots of fun things going on in the city today. So I want to start the day with a nice puzzle. And that means a nice Meggen033 puzzle. I featured one Meggen puzzle before, maybe two. Great setter. Always fun. Let's get into Fogshire by Meggen033. As always, I'll put the link to this puzzle in the video's description so you can try it out if you'd like. But with that in mind, let us get into the rules. Fogshire by Meggen033. Normal Sudoku rules apply. You have to have the digits 1 to 9 in every 3x3 box, in every row, and in every column. Digits along a magenta Renban line form a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So it could be 2, 4, 1, 3, could be 4, 5, 7, 6, anything like that. Adjacent digits along a German whisper line have a difference of at least 5. So if this was a 1, this could go to 6, 7, this could go to, well, if this was a 1, this could go to 7, 8, this could go to 2, something like that. Basically, they just have to have a difference of 5. 1, 7, 2, 8, anything like that. A black dot between cells indicates cell value with a 2 to 1 ratio. A white, so 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8, 3, 6, anything like that. A white dot between cells indicates consecutive values, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, etc. And adjacent cells connected with an X must sum to 10. The grid is partially covered with fog. Correctly placing digits will clear the fog around that cell. No guessing is required. So what that rule means is you could just put all the digits 1 to 9 here until one of them is correct, and it'll clear this fog. But that is not the way to solve it. You do not have to do that. We can use logic to clear the fog. And digits in a cage do not repeat and sum to the clue in the top left. We don't have a cage yet, but I'm sure we'll see one. Okay, a couple things I can tell you right off the bat about German whisper lines. 4 is monogamous to 9, i.e., if there's a 4 on this German whisper line, it has to be followed by a 9. It's the only thing it can have. And that means there's no 4 on this German whisper line, because anywhere we put a 4, we have 2 friendly digits. You know, we'd have to have double 9s. Same thing with 6. If this was a 6, we'd have to have double 1s. We can't have double 1s. So there's no 4 and there's no 6 on this. The next thing I can tell you, sorry, one sec. My friend is trying to make plans with me this morning. One of the things going on today. There is a lot. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to take a call. I'm just going to go ahead and reset this time because I haven't really started the puzzle. I just talked you through the rules. So what I was saying was a couple things we know is we don't have a 4, 5, or 6 on this German whisper. We don't have a 4, 5, or 6 on this X, because it would require a 4, 5, 6 to be on the other side of it, which would put it on the German whisper, which we can't have. So the only place we could have a 4 or potentially a 6 would be on this if it went to a 3 or 7. But what we do know is there's always a 5 on here now, and then there's going to be either a 4 or a 6 or both. So the combination of digits we'll have to have here, it's going to have to be something along the lines of, 2, 3, 7, 8. Actually, no, sorry. You could never have a 7 on this now. Well, you could if it was a 1. It would have to be 1, 2, 7, 8, or like 2, 3, 7, 9 or something, or 2, 3, 8, 9 or something like that. So let's just think about this for a second. Well, actually, if this is a 6, this could be a 7. We could have 1s and 2s. But then this can't be anything. This can't be 8 or 9 because it would require a 1 or a 2. Okay. And of course, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's think about this. Where could we put a 4 in this puzzle that's not on this Renban? If we put a 4 here, this has to go 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. So we'd have to have a 4 here. This would have to be a 3. We'd have to have an 8, 9. And then we'd have to have 1 and 2 left here. Which of course doesn't sum to, well, the point is we'd have to have some combination of, 6, 7. This would have to be an 8. And then the digits we'd have left would be 1 and 2. So in fact, I'm going to go ahead and say that there is a 4 and a 5 on this. And then it can either be 6, 7, or it can be, I don't think it could be 2, 3. If this is 2 or 3, that would put another one of those digits here. Let's say it was 3. Then we could have a 1 here. And then what? 6, 7. No. Not going to work. So there's, ow, my dog just is being teethy. He's being very annoying today. So there's always a 4, 5 on this. I want to say there's probably always a 4, 5, 6, because where do we put a 6? We don't put a 6 here, pairing with a 4. The only place to put a 6 would be here. If we put a 6 here, this would have to go to a 7. We'd have to have 1 and 2, which would put 3 over here. And then we don't have a low digit to go on this side. So, yeah. This is always 4, 5, 6. Which is kind of what I thought, but I just wanted to prove that there'd be no other option for that to be the case. So this digit here now, this is either a 3 or a 7. Because this is either 4, 5, 6, 7 or 3, 4, 5, 6. If it's a 7, we would have 1 and 2. Three, 8, 9, 8, 9. And that works. Okay. So what if this is a 3 then? This has to be 8, 9. This is 7. This is 1, 2. This is 1, 2. Okay. Both work. So this could be a 3 or a 7, which would make this 1, 2, 8, 9, which would make this 1, 2, 8, 9. This is 1, 2, 8, 9, and this is 3, 7. Okay, now this is never a 9, at least, because there's no doubler of 9. One thing of note is there'll always be one of the low digits, 1 or 2 here. And there'll always be one of the low digits, 1 or 2 here. So I think no matter what, this is a 4 now, right? Because if this is a 2, it can't be 1. If this is a 1, it can't be 2. The other one will always be here. And so this can't be a 1. This is either 2 or 8, but no matter what, they both go to 4. Nice. My dog driving me up the wall today. And if this is only 3 or 7, it can't be 1. And it can't be 9. So we actually get a 2, 8 pair somehow, which gives us a 1, 9 pair. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. So does that help us now? If this is a 3, 8, 9 works. If this is a 7, 2, 1 works. Yeah, no, not yet. Okay, that's fine. Well, can this be a 2 cell? Can that be 2, 8? What would that require? That would require this to be an even digit that is just 6. So this would be 5, 6, 7. Couldn't be 5 because 5 doesn't sum. And it couldn't be 6. So it could only be 7 and 3. And actually, it can't be 7 and 3 because there's a 3, 7 pair. Or one of the digits 3 or 7 here, which means we can't use those. So that means this is not a 2-cell 10-8 cage. This is at least, 3 digits. And if it's 3 digits, at least, it's never an 8. So this is a 2. Because if it was an 8, you'd have to have double ones. So now this has to sum to 8. And there's a magnitude of ways it could do that. 1 7 would be fine. 2 6 is not fine. So it's 3 5 or 1 7. There's actually not that many ways. But this couldn't be a 1 anymore. This can't be a 7. If it's a 1, it's consecutive with only a 2, and it can't be. If this is a 3, it is only consecutive with 4, which is going to be hard on a German whisper. It would have to be just 2 cells. It would have to just be 4 9. No, that's not true. It could be 4 9 and then something lower. Never mind. Stupid. Same with 6, and it can't be 8. So it can only actually be 4 or 6, and that's says something. This here is consecutive with 4, so it's either 3 or 5. Now, this could be, well, we said that this couldn't be 6, could it? No matter what. Because if this was 6, it's consecutive with 5 or 7. Yeah, that logic doesn't change. It just proved that this couldn't be an 8 over here. So this is going to be 8, and it's going to pair with 7 or 9. Yeah. And that's going to give us 1, 2, or 3. If this is 4 or 6, either way, we're getting 1 or 9. So we get a 1 9 pair in this row. Well, this can't be 8 2, can it? For the same reason it couldn't be 3 7. There's one of the digits 8 2 here. So this is an 8. Yeah. Yeah, right. That makes sense. Okay. So now we have what cage should we look at first? Maybe a 14 cage. For starters, there has to be there has to be an even digit here because of white dot. And that even digit is 2 or 6. Of course, we can't have a 2 in a 14 cage. That's 2 cells, so you'd have to have a 12. So, in fact, 2 is never the even digit here. Because if it's 2 here, the biggest digit you could put here is 3, and you still can't sum those high enough. So it's always 6, and then it's consecutive with either 5 or 7, but it's not consecutive with 7 in the 14 cage. So this is because then we'd have to have double 7. So this is a 5 or a 6. To get to 14, you need an 8 or a 9. Okay, a 13 cage. What are our options? 9 and 4, but that's not a 4. That's not a 9 then by that. 8 5 doesn't work because there's an 8 here and there's a 2 8 pair here. So 6 7. Sorry, excuse me. 6 7 is the only other option. And for that to be 6 7, this would then have to be 3 5 7 or 8. And I think that well, let's think about 6 7 for a second. Yeah, that's fine. We know there's always a 6 here. She was only somewhere up here. Which means 2 is somewhere over here. Okay. Stop. Get a toy. This is not a toy. Get a toy. Sorry, my dog is misbehaving. Get a toy. Your blanket is not a toy. Get a toy. Okay, sorry. Where was I looking? Six or 9.5. Oh, geez. The same logic we used for the 2.8, we used for the 3.7. How could this be 3.7? One of these is 3 or 7. Yeah. That's a 1.9 pair. Yeah, that's been available for ages. That removes this ability to be a 9, this ability to be a 4. This is a 6-7 pair exclusively. And 6-7 is going to tell us that 5, 7, 8. Well, 5 and 8 are now the values with which we could use for this. Yeah. Yeah, okay, great. Well, there's always a 6 here, isn't there? There's always a 6 here, which puts a 6 here. That's also been available for a little while, but I just brain is taking its time firing up this morning. Okay. I feel good about that. Made some actual progress finally. Just had to stare at it for a moment. We've been rewarded with another little piece of puzzle. There's a 10 cage here. You can just see part of the X. And there's the start of a German whisper. Now, if this happens to be a low digit of a German whisper, it wouldn't be 1 or 4. So if it is a low digit of the German whisper, it's only 2 or 3. Well, the next thing I can say is this will be 6 or 7. So this can't be a 6-7 anymore. And that means this can't be a 7 any longer, can it? Because if this is a 7, it's only compatible with a 6. So this is no longer a 7. And a 7, that means we do in fact have a 3-5 pair in this row. It doesn't immediately help us. I mean, this is still 4 or 6. But I guess if this is a 5 now, yeah, because if this is a 5, it could still be 4. And then this could still be 6. But now, what is this? 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. So close to being something. So close, but not there yet. This is a 4-5 pair. This is a 6 now. So this is a 5 or a 7, and it's not a 5. That 4 or 5 pair did more than I appreciated. So this is an 8 to get to 14. This is a 5 now. So this is a 6, and this is a 7. There we go. So that resolves the 4. Doesn't resolve the 3, 5 yet, I don't think. Well, if this is a 3, this is a 7, this is an 8. If this is a 5, this is a 3, this is a 2. Yeah, still doesn't resolve that. But it helps, and now we're really starting to get some things. This 5 does the 4, does the 5. And yeah, okay, that's really getting us somewhere now. Well, look, there's always a 2 up here, and there's always a 2 here. So this could never be a 2. All the 2s are spoken for in these 2 rows. This is a 3. Oh, crap. No, I don't know that yet. This is a 3 if it's a low digit. I wasn't supposed to, because I forgot that there's the fact that this could be a high digit. Okay, I'm going to prove that that will be whatever it ends up being. Thankfully, I didn't actually look at any of the grid furniture that that was revealed to us. So I'm going to keep operating under the assumption that I don't know what that digit is. This is from 2, 3, or 5. This is now not a 7 or an 8. So its options would be, or a 6. Well, this could be a 1, 9. Or it could be a 4, 6. But if it's a 4, 6, it's only a 4, 6 in this way. Okay, so the fact that we have a 5 and a 6 in this this box means this Renban does not go up from 5, 6. It couldn't be 7, 8, 9. And there's nowhere for a 5 to replace, like, because it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, but this can't be a 5. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. This is not a 4 via this 4. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. Look at that. This is only a 9. So this is a 1. So, okay. Well, this is not a 1 anymore. So this is not a 9. And what do we need down here? 2, 3, 4, 9. And how? I'm going to ask you, how could this be a 2? Could it? I mean, if this is a 2, it would have to be like, 2. Well, I guess it could be a 2 because the 1 could be here. I'm not sure what that means yet. I'm not sure. I'm going to wait. I'm going to think about it. We'll come back to that. We placed the 7. That does the 3, the 2, the 8, the 5, the 3. That does the 7, and it does the 1, and it does the 9. Gives us a 9. And now we know this is going to be a low digit, a high digit, a low digit. That's how we get to the 3. This is now from, well, this is a low digit that's not, well, it's only 1 or 3. It's not 2 or 4. This is a high digit that would then have to be, well, actually, this is only an 8 because it has to be beside at least a 3. So it could be 8 or 9, but it already sees a 9. So it's in fact just an 8. And the 3 there does the 3, 5. This is now, well, this is now a 2 because it sees a 3 and a 5. So this is a 3. And now we're really getting somewhere. This 10, what is this? If this is a 1, this is a 9, which is not possible. 1, 9 is not possible in any situation. So 2, 8 would be possible if the 2 was here and this was the 8. 3, 7 is only possible if, well, it's not actually. There's a 3 right there. And then 4, 6 would only be possible if this was the 4 and this was the 6, which of course is not. So it is just 2, 8. That's the only options available to us. Okay, we have a 7 cage. And if you want a 7 cage in 2, it has to be 1, 6, which would just have to be 1, 6 because of the 1 there and the 6 there. 2, 5, which would only, it could only be 2 there, 5 there. And then 3, 4, only if 4 is here and 3 is here. Okay, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple, and then this is a 7. All it can be. Okay, what else do we need up here? Well, there's a 2 somewhere in one of these. We need, where are our options with which we could place a 3? Somewhere over here. 4, 5, then we need a 6, which is always going to be here. This is a 7, it's a naked single. 7, 7. Yeah. So this is a 2, 3, 6 quadruple, so this is an 8. And then up here we are left with needing to find a house for a 1. And a 9, I believe. And that is going to solve this. No, it won't. No, because this could be 1, 9. Never mind. Talking nonsense again. Okay, so what do we need going down here? 3. One, 2, 3, a 4 somewhere. 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is not an 8. What about across here? 4, 5, 6, 7. And that gives us a naked single. This is the only spot you can put a 7. Okay. And a 7 now tells us this couldn't be a 9, and we'll get a 9. Well, we won't get a 9 yet, but we'll have narrowed down the places that could be a 9. And this can't be a 9 anymore, because if it's a 9, it needs to go down from 9. So it would have to be 9, 8, 7, 6. And the only spot you could put a 7 would be here. So in fact, that's not a 9. And actually, there's only 2 more digits available to even place in this row, and they are 1 and 2. So this will be either 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a almost a quadruple. But what we can say now is it's either 2, 3, 4, 5 or it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And if it's 1, it's 2, 3, 4 here. Otherwise, it's 2, 3, 4, 5. This is only 1 or 2. So this is a 9. Yeah, because it just can't be anything else. That'll give us a 4, 6. And that will give us a 4 here. So now this is not a 4. What do we need here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lovely. Okay, what's next? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah, it's not anything yet. We'll need a 1 somewhere here. 2, 3, 4. We'll need a 5 and we'll need a 6. And If this is a 5, then this is 4, 3, or 6, 1. If this is a 6 or a 1, then this is, only 2, 3, 4, or 5, which is, I think, still fine. Tired this morning. I had a late night. Only one coffee yet. Well, one thing that we can say is this is an 8, isn't it? Because there's always an 8 in one of 2 spots, and you can't put an 8 anywhere here. That gives us an 8. Yeah, we'll just keep trudging along. Okay. What else? Well, look at that. By Sudoku, this is a 6. Of course, our old friend, Sudoku. Sometimes you need to do Sudoku in a Sudoku puzzle. This is now a 1. Wow, that 6 was actually pretty helpful. This is a 1-5 pair now. What are the other combination of digits we need? 2, 3, and this is oh no, almost 2, 3. I was gonna say this is a 5 now, but of course this is a 1-5 pair. So 2, 3, and 9 with no restrictions. You can't deduce anything further. Yeah. 2, 3, 5, 1. Yeah, maybe. What can we say about this now? Okay, ready? Okay. Sorry, throwing my dog her toy. She's in the mood to play fetch. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Oh, well, there's a naked single here, isn't there? This is a 6. This is a 4-5 pair. And a 6 is going to do precisely what for us? Not much yet. Put a 6 somewhere over there. And this could still be 2, 3, 4, 5. But what is this now? This is now just a 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. Yeah. Sure. Nine somewhere over there. Well, sorry, we have a 1-5 pair, so we'll need a 1-5 in the top. This is not 1, this is not 5. Well, this is not 2 or 3 anymore. When was that available? Probably for a while. So this is just a 2, 3 pair, and that's actually going to give us a 1 and a 9 and a 5 and a 1. That is going to give us a 5 here. So now we have a 2, 3 pair here, 2, 3 pair here. Oh, and a 5 tells us that this is 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, a 5 tells us this has to be 2. So this is 3, this is 4, this is 2. Yeah, so this is 2, this is 3, this is 3, this is 2. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 4, this is 1. Yeah, there we go. That's what we needed. That is exactly what we needed. What are the digits that goes here? 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So 7 and 9 via Sudoku. What do we need up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 5, and 8. This is an 8. So this is a 1 and this is a 5. Down here, what do we need here? We need a 6 and 1, 2, 6 and a 3. So this is a 3. This is a 6. This is a 7. This is a 6. We're going to need a 1 somewhere, and it's not there or there. So this is a 1. This is a 9. And the last two digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7, which will go 7 and 5. Okay, 32 minutes, 28 seconds. 924 people have solved this puzzle in 4.5 days. I do like this puzzle, even though it took me a half hour. First thing in the morning, warming the brain up. Meggen033 Fogshire, another great puzzle. And I hope you all enjoyed watching it. Thank you, everyone. Catch you on the next one.